NASCAR Xfinity Series race has officially concluded for Martinsville Speedway, and we see a lot of wrecks, a lot of chaos, and a crazy ending to the NASCAR Xfinity Series race at Martinsville. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. I just got done watching NASCAR Xfinity Series race at Martinsville Speedway. They dead on 250. We had a little bit of talk about from this race. Let's go and talk about it. So I'm not going to focus fully on the race. I'm going to focus mainly on the ending of this race because I think that's the main point we want to get to tonight. So let's talk about the ending of the race. So there was a very long red flag that took place after a very big wreck that happened around 10 laps to go. I think it all started when I think there was contact between a few drivers down the backstretch. It started when Jeb Bird and Martinsville had some contact going down the back straightaway, and then Martinsville ended up spinning, and a ton of drivers got a ton of damage, including Kaz Gralla, Jeffrey Earnhardt, Lane Briggs, Sam Mayer, Martinsville, Jeremy Clements, Josh Williams, CJ McLaughlin, Roger Carruth, and Chad Fincher among the guys that got involved in the wreck. And because of that, they had to actually red flag the race for a very, very long time. And I think the red flag lasted for almost 30 minutes, and then they basically paced for another like 10 laps after that under caution. I don't understand why they basically brought him back under caution just to go to overtime. They should have kept it under red flag, clean up a little longer. I don't understand why it took them half an hour to begin with to clean that up, but nonetheless, they went ahead and took a long time to clean that up. So we got to the overtime finish of this race, and this is where all the chaos ensued. So on the restart, Austin will lead the field from the inside with Sheldon Creed on the outside, and Johnny Pacheco got up to third. And we saw great battling for the lead in side-by-side between Sheldon Creed and Austin Hill. I think Sheldon Creed had been second. They go to turn number one. They're side-by-side, going down the back straightaway, bumping and banging. Then I think Hill actually had cleared, but I think Sheldon Creed moved them up the racetrack. They go side-by-side as it comes to the white flag. By beating and banging down the front straightaway, side-by-side, going to turn number one. They continue being side-by-side and are racing really hard but aggressively for the win. They go into turn number three, side-by-side, go up the racetrack, wash up. Austin Hill loses a ton of ground. Sheldon Creed gets to the race lead, but Justin Allgaier sends it to the bottom, and coming down the front straightaway, chaos happening and ensuing, and it's a drag race all the way to the start-finish line, and Justin Allgaier holds off Sheldon Creed and passes him at the last second to pick up his fourth victory of the 2023 season and advances to the championship four with the win. I believe that Cole Custer gets the last spot going to the championship four, meaning that Austin Hill, Chandler Smith, who unfortunately have been eliminated due to overheating issues, Sam Mayer, who was involved in the crash, and Sheldon Creed will not advance to the championship four. As the guy winning the race, Justin Allgaier, a massive clutch win, if you ask me, to getting into the championship four. A major, major dub for Allgaier. He's been really good on the short tracks this year, and he never had the fastest car in the day. We'll talk about the guy who had the best car all day, if you ask me, but he also made mistakes as well. But Justin Allgaier did what he had to do, did it fair. It was clean, if you ask me, just a little bit of bumping and banging, and that was really, really fun to watch. Congratulations to Justin Allgaier on picking up the victory. As for all the other stuff that ensued behind him, that's a little bit of a shit show if you ask me. There was no reason for John Hunter to run into the back of Austin Hill. I think that's where all the chaos started, and everyone just started piling into each other. I love Martinsville Speedway, and I thought the race today was really good for sure, but it's just a little bit over the top if you ask me of some of the chaos that happened and ensued, and it caused a lot of controversy. Let's talk about the other controversy, though, between Sheldon Creed and Austin Hill. After the race, Austin Hill justifiably was a little bit upset with Sheldon Creed, but if you ask me, Sheldon Creed did nothing wrong. It's not like last year when Ty Gibbs just flat out dumped Brandon Jones, and by the way, Brandon Jones was upset with Ty Gibbs for that, but wasn't angry about it, didn't go straight up to him. Austin Hill just clapped at him, and I get Austin Hill being upset and frustrated, but Sheldon Creed is in a must-win situation at the time, and he has to go for the win. We also saw Andy Petrie after the race get really frustrated and upset with Sheldon Creed, but Sheldon Creed responded saying, you would have done the same thing if you were in that position. I get Austin Hill being upset and frustrated because he had a good enough car to win this championship, but let's be honest, Austin Hill historically has not been great at Phoenix. That being said, I don't really understand the frustration there because, in my personal opinion, that was on a Sheldon Creed. Sheldon Creed had to do everything there, and I don't think Sheldon Creed was at fault. I get Austin Hill being upset. I think he leaked that Sheldon Creed's going to Joe Gibbs Racing, which I think we already know at this point that he's headed there, and he was mad about it, and I kind of understand it but he got bumped out of the way. But I think that was clean if you ask me. I think Austin Hill did, as everyone would be frustrated, like I said, but I don't think Sheldon Creed did anything wrong. He's going for the win. It's not like he wrecked him. He got a really good finish out of that. But now I want to talk about the etiquette of the racing itself. My goodness gracious, some etiquette in this race is a little bit absolutely absurd. I love this track, but my goodness, some of the racing was just a little bit ridiculous. They had guys dumping each other, running into each other, and I think a lot of this starts at their grassroots level of racing. When you got these guys coming up that are younger drivers, they tend to race like animals out on the racetrack, and this is what you get, and I think it was really frustrating and absurd. There was no reason for some of the cautions that happened. These guys just ran into each other, and it was just a little bit frustrating to see near the end of the race, and a lot of drivers got destroyed for absolutely no reason. But nonetheless, congratulations, Justin Allgaier, on picking up the win. So now we're going to take a look at the race results, and I'll give you my score and thoughts on today's race. So Justin Allgaier picks up the victory. Sheldon Creed finished the second. Good run for Sheldon Creed. Struggled in the beginning, but they had made that car better as the day went on, and they get a respectable second-place finish. Good day for Sheldon Creed. Sammy Smith finishes third. I feel bad for Sammy Smith. He had the best car in the field, I think like 150 or like 145 laps in this race, which is the most laps he's ever led in a race. Unfortunately, when they came down to pit road, around 75 laps to go, they were never able to recover to get back up from. They still finished in respectful third place. It's his best run he's had in a long time. Unfortunately, though, they did not close out the deal. They need to win this race to make it the championship four, and unfortunately, Sammy Smith does not make the championship four. Same as Sheldon Creed. Sammy Smith, though, ends up finishing in third place. Riley Herbst finishes fourth. They struggled most of the day, but that is now the fourth consecutive top five finish in a row for Riley Herbst. Just got to do what you got to do and have good days, and nonetheless, a solid day for Riley Herbst in fourth place. Josh Berry finished fifth. Josh Berry actually had a top five car majority of the day, but unfortunately faded near the end, but they did recover to finish in fifth. Daniel Hammer finishes sixth. Solid day for him. Parker Retzlaff gets a top 10 in seventh place. That's like his seventh or eighth top 10 of 2023, so good day for him. Anthony Alfredo survives the carnage, had a couple spins himself, and he still recovers, finishing in eighth place. Good day for him. Jeb Burton, who got involved in multiple wrecks throughout the day and had to start at the rear, he recovers to finish in ninth place. And Parker Clearman, who at one point, I think 2 laps down, recovers to get a top 10. Good day for Parker Clearman. Lane Riggs, who was involved in like 3 or 4 incidents, got dumped twice. He had an incident, I think it was, with Cole Custer early in the day, and he still recovers to finish in 11th place. Not a bad day, all things considered. Raj Kruk gets top 15 despite being involved in the big wreck. He does end up finishing in 12th place. Good day for him. CJ McLaughlin somehow finishes 13th despite causing a wreck and being one of the RSS cars that got involved in incidents today. He finishes 13th. Josh Williams finishes 14th. Good top 15 run. He was celebrated with Justin Allgaier after the race and celebrated beers. Mine Center finished 15th. Was involved in a lot of cars near the end of the race, but he actually had a really good day going in the beginning. He was actually one of the 2 or 3 best cars throughout the first half. Unfortunately, got involved in a lot of carnage late. He finishes 15th. Not sure what his future is going to look like past this year. Brandon Jones finished 16th, had a top 10 car a lot of the day, but unfortunately got involved in some carnage near the end of the race. Jeremy Clements finishes 17th. John Henry Macheco, I think, had one of the 2 or 3 best cars. The good news for him, he's advanced to the championship 4 on points, but he had one of the best cars in the field, and unfortunately things went wrong for him. He finished 18th. Cole Custer finished 19th in this race. Cole Custer, one of the best cars in the field today, probably second or third best. Unfortunately, though, never had a chance to get up there after all the wrecks and carnage near the end. Brad Moffitt finishes 20th. Austin Hill finished 21st. Was really mad after the race, like I mentioned already. He had a car capable when he was leading on the last lap, but then, of course, had issues with Sheldon Creed. Blaine Perkins finished 22nd. I want to give him a shout out because he had top 15 car majority of the day. Josh Blakey finished 23rd. Ryan Ellis finished 24th. Sam Mayer, after crashing out, finished 25th. Jeffrey Earnhardt finished 26th. Chad Fincham finished 27th. Kaz Grall finished 28th. Joe Graf Jr. finished 29th. Chris Hacker finished 30th. Connor Mosack finished 31st. Brendan Poole finished 32nd. Akin Regatta was involved in many incidents throughout the day. He finished 33rd. J.J. Ely finished 34th. Brian Seek finished 35th. Chandler Smith, unfortunately, like I mentioned, is not going to advance to the championship 4 because he unfortunately ended his day early after getting involved in multiple incidents, and I think that's a car overheated, unfortunately. Devin Jones finished 37th, and Kyle Seek finishes last in 38th place. So now I want to talk about the overall race as a whole, and I'll give you my score and thoughts on today's race. I thought the race, for the most part, saw the carnage at the end. I thought it was a very, very solid and good race. I think the ending, though, unfortunately affects the score just a little bit for me. Again, I thought the first half and the first 2/3 of the race, I should say, was really entertaining and really strong racing. But at the end, it kind of got a little bit chaotic, a little bit squirrely, but that's what's going to happen at Martinsville. Kind of turned into like Bowman Gray style racing. While I enjoyed it for the most part, sometimes the wrecking after 2-3 laps, a little bit absurd and absolutely ridiculous. But like I said, that's stuff that you're going to see at Martinsville Speedway. So my score of today's race, I'm giving it overall a 9 out of 10. And I'm going to say that because the Martinsville finish, a 9 out of 10 is my score. It's a shame all those cars finally got wrecked, and some of that was a little bit unnecessary. I'm giving today's NASCAR Xfinity Series race at Martinsville a 9 out of 10. Like I said, of the 4 guys that made the championship 4, congratulations to Sam Mayer, John Hernimacek, of course, Cole Custer, yeah, he did make the championship 4, so congratulations to him. And then, of course, Justin Allgaier winning in Martinsville, congratulations to them all on making the championship 4. So, that is going to be today's short NASCAR Xfinity Series race review from Martinsville Speedway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram as supporting my Patreon as well. Let's go below that and comment your thoughts below on today's race. What are your thoughts on today's race? Let me know below. Let me know your score in the comments below. And congratulate Justin Allgaier on picking up the victory. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Tomorrow on the channel, we're going to get a way more in-depth NASCAR Cup Series race review from Martinsville Speedway. Then on Monday, we're going to have the NASCAR Truck Series Championship predictions. We're also going to have the Truck Series race picks and a NASCAR news video dropping on the channel. Then on Tuesday and throughout the week, there'll be championship stuff dropping on the channel. We've got a lot of great content dropping on the channel that I cannot wait for you guys to check out. Like I said, a really in-depth NASCAR Cup Series race review is going to be dropping after the race tomorrow. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.